Well, look who it is. Look what bot I got. Oh, you don't know? This is Solar Grapple, part of the Reveal the Shield line of Transformers, and a guy who often gets overlooked, forgotten, even though he's a friend of the Constructicons, sometimes, and he's Hoist's best buddy. He's a diamond in the rough, and we're going to check him out. So join me now as we take a look at this guy and see if he's good, if he's bad, or if he's forgettable. Welcome back to the channel. This is Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot, and this is a figure that a lot of people probably forgot even existed, because Grapple a lot of times gets forgotten, and I gotta say, I think it's a little bit too bad. It's a great mold. It was used for Hotspot, though I think the Combiner Wars Hotspot is a better representation of that figure, or at least that character. It was used for Inferno with some retooling, and it looks great for Inferno. It looks strong and imposing for this guy. He's one of the few Autobots who actually builds things. I don't know about Solar Storm in his name. That doesn't sound very much fun. Some people have confused him with Holler from season 1, but it was later explained that Holler used to be a Constructicon who was on Cybertron when Megatron was constructed by the Constructicons, you know, after he built them on Earth. Yeah, you gotta love G1 continuity, folks. But nevertheless, he came to prominence as the character of Grapple in season 2. People who know him and like him really like him. People who think he's forgettable, well, they think he's forgettable. Should you get this mold? Should you get this character? Is he worth the investment? Yeah, I think so. And we're about to look at the reasons why. As always, we're going to look at posability, playability, we're going to look at paint apps, and we're going to look at transformation. Before all that, I'm going to ask you kindly, please check me out on social media across Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, everything else. Check out Machinery of Man, monthly ongoing, and check out my first novel, The Everything Factor, more works to come. I'm still working on the stop motion series and some other things. So, onto this guy for paint apps. I'm giving him a 9. Why? Because he's very true to the toy model. I wish he had an orange head to be more animation accurate, but the head sculpt is quite nice, all the same. Nice light piping. I love the translucent plastic here with the 2 seats inside the truck cab. That's great. I love the silver down on the toes. I love the silver here. You know, I love the silver here. It's a lot of nice little details on this guy, to be honest with you. Is he missing a few? Yeah, and that's why he's getting a 9. There's things that could have been done a little bit better, but hey, you know, I mean, it is what it is. In terms of comparison with another Voyager, here's Springer. A lot of people know this mold. And you can see, I mean, he looks good next to Springer. He looks big. He looks strong. And you know what? If he's going to be a construction vehicle that builds things, he should look big and strong, as far as I'm concerned. Posability, playability, he rolls like a champ in vehicle mode. The crane here on his arm moves all the way around in vehicle mode. It extends out, has this cool little hook thing. I don't think it works great as a weapon in robot mode. I find it kind of obtrusive. It'd be nice if they could have found something else to do with this. Even if it was parts forming, I think I would have accepted that. You know, put a hole back here. You'll notice he really doesn't have a backpack because this black piece kind of even covers it up and fills in the hollowness that would be there. He has no hollowness anywhere, really. He's really great in terms of that. As far as movement goes, their shoulders go out about that far, and there's a bicep swivel and a nice elbow bend. Maybe not quite 90 degrees, but still pretty good. Nice clicky ratchet that allows the arm to go around 360 degrees. The hips only get out about this far, but for the size that this guy is, I think that's okay. There is a swivel way up here in the hip that's going to be used for transformation, and there's a swivel below the knee, so a double swivel in the legs. The knees bend a good 90 degrees. That's nice. There's toe tilt, forward and back, very little to the side. The head goes back and forth. I guess a little up and down. Yeah, a little up and down, not much. There is no waist articulation for this guy, but I don't think you're going to miss it, to be honest with you. So paint apps I gave a 9 to. Posability, playability, in both modes I'm giving an 8 to. He's fun. He's chunky, feels solid, good materials. It's pretty good. So let's go right into transformation. This guy's scoring really well, probably actually as a standout from the reveal of the Shield line, which I think would have blown a lot of people away. So where do we begin with this guy? Well, let's begin with turning the legs around. And you're turning them around way up here at the hip. And when you turn around, you're going to see this extra detail on the outside of the leg here. And after you turn them around, you'll notice that there's a hole right here, and there's a little peg right here, and the legs can just slot together like that. And they slot together pretty solid. You take the toes and you bend them up. Take the toe and bend it up, just like that. The orange down here might not be a perfect match because this is, you know, orange paint on black plastic. This is orange plastic. But again, once he's all done, I don't really think that you pay much attention to it. It would have been nice if these ladders were painted silver, but again, there's part of the paint apps that's missing. You flip out those pieces just so they're out of the way, and you flip out this black piece on the back. His head will flip in, and I'll point this out because I'm not going to be putting it back in robot mode. If you want to get the head out and you're wondering how do I get it out, the head is spring loaded. You pull forward on this light for the siren here, and the head will pop out. It's a nice feature, and when you turn it back, it just locks in. You take the body and you flip it up just like so. Flip it up just like so. And this bumper piece, you're just going to bring it out straight. You have two tires in here. You're going to take them and flip it out. And take this one and flip it out. The arms, you're going to bring them back. And you can already see that he's starting to get a certain bit of a truck ambiance to him. And even now, he rolls great. So what do we do now that we got this much done? Well, we're going to take the arms here and we're going to flip them out to the side and make sure that they're straight. And then we flip it in and we flip out this piece. And you're going to say, hey, that's not really lining up there yet. That's because you need to rotate the shoulder up and rotate the arm piece down. We take this arm and we do the same thing. We flip it in, we rotate the shoulder piece up, and we take out the piece on the side. When we take out the piece on the side, you're going to notice, assuming you have the shoulders folded up the right way, you're going to notice that there's a little notch right here, and there's a little tab right here, and they're going to lock into each other. There's actually two notches here. There's a tab here and a tab here and a notch here and a notch here, and they both lock in. And same on the other side. When you have it all in there like that, and you, if I can get it notched together like that. And we have the crane arm piece here, now that we have those pieces notched in, and the crane arm swings down around like so. It was up like this on his arm, and we just swung it down around. And now we have these two pieces here kind of just hanging out, chilling out on the sides. What do we do with those? Well, we take them and we turn them around. We take them and we turn them around. No problem. And I just untabbed that, but that was my own fault. And we bring them down to the side like so. And we open that out and we open this out. And on this side, I guess before you bring it down, we flip out the gray piece, and there's a little orange piece up and underneath here, and we flip that out. we bring this down on the side, and we just start tabbing it in, and there's a bunch of tabs there. And it comes down right there. And again, same over here. We just start tabbing it in, a bunch of tabs there. And we just tab it all in. It would have been nice if there was silver right here on this ladder instead of those black and orange marks, and it would have been nice over here to have the same thing. If you look on the top, you might say, well, you can see the hands inside and you can see his arms, but his arms are molded in such a way that it just really looks like machinery up there. If you put the hook down, I don't think you're really going to notice his hands and his arms up there. And in the end, this is Grapple in vehicle mode, and he rolls like a champion. He looks great in vehicle mode. Even with the two seats in here, you don't see his head unless you turn it around so that his face is facing out. And he looks beautiful. He looks great. Great. Would he scale well with other figures? Yeah, of course he would. He would look like a big crane truck, just like he's supposed to. So transformation. Again, it's pretty easy. It might seem on camera to be a little fiddly with like the panels for these pieces and the panels back right here, but it's really not. Once you do them once or twice, you discover just how easy this guy is. Honestly, I'm going to give his transformation a 10. It's great. Overall score for this guy, a 9. I think he's the breakout star of the Reveal the Shield line. If you didn't get this mold for Inferno or Grapple, I would run out and try and get it if you can. He is very much worth it, and I think you're really going to enjoy him. Do I recommend him? Sure. Do I recommend Trax, who I reviewed earlier? Sure. Do I recommend Wreck-Gar? Yeah, sure, he's great. Do I recommend Perceptor? If you're going to keep him in robot mode and just do the fan mode transformation, hey, sure, but that official alt mode, it makes him the failure of the wave. So we go from the failure of the wave of Perceptor to really the diamond in the rough from the wave. This has been Voyager class Solar Storm Grapple, and he's a figure who should be in your collection. Hope this video has helped you make a decision, and thanks for watching. Until next time, folks.